Hi, Kareem Kafoury here with the Atlas Network. Very proud and honored to be part of the Park Street University on the topic today of domestic versus international sourcing. To source domestically is always going to be an advantage simply because of time and distance. If you have a local provider that can give you the type of quality that you're looking for, to find a domestic supply chain is always going to be a great option. Another advantage to being domestic with your supply chain is being in the same time zone as your supplier, as well as not having any kind of language barriers which may interfere with your supply chain. Finally, another advantage of having a domestic supply chain is with regards to payment and currency. You're paying in your local currency, you're usually using local banks, and this facilitates the process and makes it quite easy to facilitate your production domestically. Unfortunately, to source in the domestic market has a whole host of disadvantages as well, which must be considered. One of the primary disadvantages of sourcing in the local market could be technology. The technology just may not be in place in the local market to facilitate the production you are looking to produce. As well, another disadvantage of domestic sourcing could come by way of costs, in the fact that to source overseas may be more cost efficient than what you may get in the domestic market. A final domestic disadvantage may come by way of labor force as well as potential work ethic, where you may get a different level or scale of workforce overseas and potentially different type of work ethic due to cultural norms. The advantages to source in the international market are many. Some of the primary advantages to consider could come by way of costs, technology, and efficiency. A few more advantages would include currency differentials in the fact that your currency may go longer in the overseas market, as well as differences of work ethic due to cultural norms which may benefit you in your global supply chain. There are several disadvantages to working in the international supply chain space that also must be considered. One of the primary disadvantages could be cultural differences and language barriers. If you don't have a facilitated agent overseas, this could make the process extremely difficult and cause complexities for your supply chain. Another advantage to consider are quality standards. It's very important that when you're working in the international market that you set the quality standards up front, have contractual obligations set, and have a third-party attestation group that can manage the quality on your behalf if you're not able to be there on the ground. Finally, another disadvantage could come by way of political risks, as well as economic and currency-related risks, which could pose a major threat or disrupt your supply chain or cost you additional expenses that you may not have been anticipating. When working in international supply chain, you also must get your products here, which involves a complicated process that if you don't have certified logistics operators could provide trouble for your production and receipt of your goods. In conclusion, domestic versus international supply chain and sourcing has a number of advantages and disadvantages to be considered. For more information on how the Atlas Network could help you with this process, please visit us at www.theatlasnetwork.com. Thank you.